Hello, I'm Dan. This is Vinyl Fury, and I'm back to show another stack of recent additions to the vinyl collection. I visited a local store called Millennium, dropped in, looked around, ended up taking home several things. So first off, I saw this, and it was kind of a surprise to see it. And when I listened to it when it came out, I thought, I'm not feeling it. It doesn't sound familiar to me from what I enjoyed from this group, this project. And that is Telephone Tel Aviv, and I've talked about them before. This is Dreams Are Not Enough, which was released in 2019, 10 years after the last album. And when that album came out, one of the members passed away, and so this is kind of the resurrection of the project with the other member. And you can really feel it, or at least I did at first, the difference. It was somewhat familiar, but it just didn't hit the same way to me when I first heard it. So I thought, not going to bother getting it on vinyl. And then I came across it in the store, and it was $14 used. And then I listened to the first track on my phone again. It'd been quite a while. I thought, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's something here. I'll go ahead and pick it up. It's worth giving it a try. And I still think it's fairly understated and minimal compared to past albums. But there's some immersive and, kind of crazy sounds at times. And I definitely enjoyed it more this time around. And I'm glad the project is resurrected. And I would be interested to hear more. But I did come around on this one. And it's a double LP in a single jacket on a clear with gold splatter, which is kind of nice. If you've never heard Telephone Tel Aviv, I wouldn't start here. I would start with their older albums. I think just start with Fahrenheit Fair Enough from 2001, I believe. And there's two after that. I love those very much. And then I found myself looking at a original pressing of Today by Mississippi John Hurt. Folk blues guitarist, singer. This came out in, I think, 1966. And I'm not sure I've ever seen an original. And this was $10. And although I already have a very nice analog reissue on Pure Pleasure that I paid definitely more than $10 for years back, I thought it would be neat to have this original and compare it. And it was a little dirty, some stereotypical noise, but it was quite nice to hear an original, and I think, at least for the time being, I'll keep them both. Next is an album by Howard Roberts, who I was not familiar with. This is Equinox Express Elevator. Pretty neat cover there. So we can get a little closer. And it's a gatefold. This is on ABC Impulse. Kind of interesting inside cover there. This is a promo, a white label promo. It also has a cutout or a hole punch. And it's pretty cool stuff. Funky jazz fusion. I didn't really know what to expect, but I enjoyed it. And Howard Roberts was a member of the Wrecking Crew, if you're familiar with that. And he played on some of the most famous pop songs, I think especially in the 70s and 80s. But this was interesting. I enjoyed it. This is another promo jazz record that I found with a beautiful, interesting cover. This is Sunny Fortune, called Awakening. Cover's a little beat. There's some discoloration on this sticker here. It's a gatefold with the, what do they call that? A unipack design. It's kind of thin, and the album's actually tucked in here. Sunny looks a little bit familiar to me, but I wasn't familiar with his music. But I really enjoyed the music. Especially nice drum and bass stuff on here. And it's one that I think I need to listen to again without, doing anything else. I was kind of doing other things while I listened, but I found myself like, wow, this is better than I expected. Now that I look at that cover, isn't that cool? Rolling hills, kind of surreal. Awesome. I love that stuff. All right, last one. CTI record. George Benson. Space. I especially love Benson on CTI. This is also a gatefold. And I'm pretty sure I hadn't seen this one before. It didn't look familiar to me. A couple of the songs have been released on another album. I think some of it is live. Hubert Laws and Eric Gale playing on this as well. Pretty good stuff. Not one of the best from Benson, but upon first listen, good enough to keep for now. All right, that's going to do it for this video. And I do have a few more to show from another record store, and I will do that sometime soon. So thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy your music.